awesome.
But seeing as I'm a very critical person when it comes to movies like this, like I like to look into things like if like some movies I can't get into because they're not realistic, like this new Sleeper Cell movie that with Angelina Jolie or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That, like even
that really didn't make no sense though.
Yeah, even watching the previews, it just doesn't seem realistic. So when I watch a movie, I look into all this stuff. Even if it is a science fiction movie, there's still some stuff that you should seem as realistic. But throughout the whole movie, that even all the scenes with the humans, like out of all those scenes, that was the only one that threw me off.
I mean, but for the most part, I mean, how should I say it? Yeah, for the most part, you can't just say that they didn't try to help rehabilitate him, because obviously they did. Because remember, they were trying to lay him down. They were trying to get and trying to test everything because he's paralyzed. Not really he's paralyzed, but his first link up.
Yeah, they had to monitor all his stuff to make sure that the Avatar wouldn't like reject him and.
But I'm actually glad they didn't go into that detail, because that would take away from the movie for me.
Yeah,
going through rehab and yada yada yada.
I know it would have for some people, but
yeah, but another great scene. What is another great scene? Kyle?
When he goes and gathers all the tribes.
Oh, Kyle! Okay, here we go. If any of you have seen 10,000 BC, whether it's a good movie or a bad movie, I thought it was like a mediocre movie. But
it had its moments.
Yeah, it definitely did. But 10,000 BC, in 10,000 BC, the main character, he is traveling around the desert, or is like Africa, right?
I think so, yeah.
It's Africa, like Middle East type thing. But he's traveling around and he's getting all the tribes to help him fight the Egyptian god, Pharaoh god. Basically, that concept is exactly the same in Avatar.
But what makes it better in Avatar is he's what the Avatars call a dream walker, which is...
I like that name. Love the awesome name.
When he goes into the Lincoln when he's asleep, he becomes the Na'vi. When the Na'vi sleeps, he goes back to his human consciousness. So they're weary because he's an outsider, but they accept him more because he's an ex-Marine. He's not a scientist or anything.
They call him a warrior. So
he understands the warrior mindset and everything. That's what allowed them to kind of integrate him into the tribe.
That's probably why Awa chose him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was gonna get killed because what's her face?
Nateri, what's her face? Hot blue chick.
Was just gonna leave him to die until the
She was gonna shoot him. She was gonna shoot him. Remember?
Yeah. But the seeds of Awa just started, which are pure souls, which is kind of like they're a form of an angel.
Yeah, sat on top of the arrow tip, and she was like, "Oh, I guess it doesn't want me to shoot him."
I'm talking about when he's following her.
Oh, and it covered him.
And it covered him. Yeah.
I was talking about the scene before when it stopped him. Yeah, when it stopped her. But yeah, when it covered him, that was a weird scene. He was trying to hit the little angels, and she was like, "No, stop that! It's pure forms. You can't be hitting our god seeds thing." It makes more sense when you watch the movie. Yeah. But the major thing, which I don't want to reveal, is how they made him a Na'vi. Yeah, I liked how they made him a Na'vi.
Throughout the whole movie, it's a 3-hour movie.
You're wondering how. All right. We all know from the trailers that there's gonna be a fight scene between the humans, the Marines and the Na'vi. We know this, right? Except the one thing that I couldn't put together was why were the humans letting Jake be a Na'vi and fight on their side and not just pull the plug, whatever.
Because what they did was, remember that they went to the base in the Hallelujah Mountains.
Yeah.
They took the Lincoln equipment with them, and all the scientists and even the fighter pilot.
Which is really cool how they did in the movie. I mean, from the trailers, you wouldn't even suspect that.
They were on the side of the Na'vi.
Yeah.
And the only one that they really trusted was Jake. So it was his job to help them rally their forces and kind of
What'd you think about the logs that he made? The logs.
The logs kind of showed how he was slipping from his human.
Yeah, I'm talking about video logs, just to know,
Yeah, no, that's what I'm talking about. Because he seemed like he was just more interested in going back to being the Na'vi.
It was a really good life, though. I mean, really good life, and nice environment, more friendly. Yeah. Less hostile.
Everybody is one. They're all when he first becomes part of the people, as they say it.
Yeah, we have the painting. Yeah.
All the heads of the tribe. First, they touch him. Then everybody else in the whole tribe touch it.
Similar to how the tree works. Yeah. How the tree is a network connected. A bigger network. which is really cool. And the best line that I'm going to remember like for like a long time. I hope I don't forget it. Is how all energy is only borrowed, and that eventually we have to give it back.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that everyone's heard that line in a different way, but I just like the way they stated that all energy is borrowed. I was like, wow, that is awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome, Kyle.
It's very the mentality of the Navis is very aboriginal, but it's also very pure. It you can totally see the difference between them and the humans, whereas the humans were just going to plunder their environment.
Take what they want.
But they respect all the other tribes and everything. Like, they have all their own customs, and they all stay in their own little areas, do their own little things, and nobody bothers anybody. So
and the cool thing about it, when Pandora or not really Pandora, but when they was going to attack the souls with the Garden of Eden or something like that.
The Tree of Souls.
Tree of Souls. No, not Tree of Souls. The Eden, the soul little the cave in the mountains. Remember the Hallelujah Mountains, the cavern, where they met after the Tree of Souls. Remember it?
Oh no, that was leading into the Tree of Souls. You mean where they were gonna drop all the?
No, it was the Tree of Souls, and the Tree of Souls burned down, and they left and went to the mountains.
No, that's the home tree that got burned down.
Yeah.
The home tree got burned down. The Tree of Souls was the one in the Hallelujah Mountains.
That's Tree of Souls?
Yes.
Oh well. Anyway, they was in the Tree of Souls, and the cool thing about that was how what's the cool way to say it? God dang it, Kyle! Keep forgetting my point. Kyle.
You should lay off the crack. It'll help you out.
Oh man, I do too much. Not really. But God dang it. Okay, I just remember my point. When Pandora's under attack, or Tree of, they all went to Tree of Souls. How Jake Sully, or the Avatar, he went and got the giant the last shadow.
Yeah.
And how even though you were saying how they were all dispersed out through the area. I think it was like 13 or there's probably more tribes.
15 tribes.
Yeah, it's a big planet. There's probably more somewhere. But how when the planet was under attack, Jake Sully went and got the dragon and was like, you know what? Even though we are all separated, we have to unite for a common cause and defend our home and defend our souls.
What it was back Natiri's grandfather was. There's only, up until Jake, there's only been 5 people who have been able to tame the Last Shadow.
And basically, the Last Shadow was this giant Ikron. And like I said earlier, Ikron is like this giant dragon.
Yeah.
The thing is huge, and the colors are amazing, once again, on the dragon. But it's huge. Keep going.
But he's known as Torak Maktu, which is...
I forgot that word.
which is Rider of the Last Shadow. But these are like their ultimate... This is the ultimate sign of leadership, is being able to tame one of these giant beasts. So once that happens, everybody shows respect to them. But back with Natiri's grandfather, like I was saying before, he was the 5th Torak Maktu, and he stopped the fighting between all the tribes and everything. So it's Jake's job as Torak Maktu
to unite them again
and to save Pandora.
And basically, in real world terms, that's like to me that's equivalent of like just some random dude going to Africa somewhere, find a giant lion, and just riding the lion, and if you saw the lion, you're like, whoa, okay, we gotta stop this. We gotta be cool about this, because that's some crazy stuff, and that's pretty darn cool.
But what was even better was because he's an outsider.
Yeah.
Showing that kind of
connection.
It showed how even though he's not from their world, Eywa still values him as a person that says has a strong heart. I don't know. I'm not really trying to go into too much detail or trying to reveal anything. But even with the battle. With the battle,
literally everything that you see throughout the movie will be in the battle. Like, I didn't even expect that certain animals.
Yeah.
I don't want to say which were my favorite. The one that Natiri was riding.
Yeah.
Yeah, certain animals will be in the movie. I mean, animals are fighting the battle. Navis are fighting the battle. Mechs who's in the battle. Shuttles are in the battle. Helicopters. The flying mountains are even in the battle.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But with the battle, he goes and prays to Eywa, but Natiri says Eywa doesn't take sides, and him being an outsider,
which that's probably even
yeah.
And technically,
but it really shows how accepting the whole planet is,
Well,
because it shows the final battle, like the ending shows the whole bond of everything.
Even though AY doesn't take sides, because technically in my eyes, AY didn't.
No.
It was more